Hi, this is Juanita Wright, and so glad that you're back again. And we did module number 1, where we learned how to set up our chat GPT. We also learned how to make it safe, because that's extremely important. And we also learned the strong foundation that you need for chat GPT. So we learned all that in module number 1. Just so you know, I used the avatar right in the middle part. And then when it was coming to teaching, it was me teaching you. I'm sure you figured that out, but just in case. So now we're going to get into module number 2. And now this module is talking about how to personalize your chat GPT. Now, this is extremely important. You want to make sure that the chat GPT is working for you and understanding you and giving you yourself the best information that you need. So we're going to now get into that. Number 2, personalizing your chat GPT is one of the most important foundations you'll set, because this is what determines the quality of everything it creates for you. When ChatGPT isn't personalized, it gives generic answers. But when it understands who you are, how you think, and how you communicate, it becomes far more useful. In this lesson, you'll learn how to teach ChatGPT your background, your tone, and your preferences, how to give it real examples of your writing, and how to guide it to stay consistent across emails, content, and daily tasks. Once this is set up properly, your AI stops feeling like a tool and starts feeling like a reliable assistant that actually sounds like you. How to personalize your chat GPT. See you soon. So now what we're going to be talking about is how to make this chat GPT work for you. So we're going to customize it to you. So I'm going to just go right here, and I'm actually going to be using mine because I like mine better. But as I said, you can always use the one that you use. That's fine. But for me, I like the plus version. So I'm going to show you how to use it. So we're going to customize your ChatGPT. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go into settings, and we're going to personalize it. So remember, I briefly went through that. This is the time, take out your computer again, and let's go through this in detail. So I'll be sending you the prompts for this that you're going to put into this chat. So I'm going to teach you how to have ChatGPT help you make these prompts. So the first thing is customize. So you make sure you turn that on, you enable that. And then the next thing is, for me, I have put mine as cheerful and adaptive. So that's the one that I checked off. Now, this is the tricky part. So when you're customizing, as you can see, look how long mine is. So it's doing everything that I need so that when I write something or I ask it a question or I am searching for something, it knows all about me. So as you can see right here, it's saying, how are you doing? Because that's what I always say. Are you fabulous? Because I always say those words. And so then you'll see that it also asks me, like, I want options when it says next or deadline. You can see that I'm always asking questions like that. I always use we and let. So what I did was I put all of this is what I want you to do. Take at least 5, if you have any videos of yourself talking, or you have any text that you've ever written. So let's say if you've sent out a bunch of emails to your partner or to your business partner, or even if you're doing an essay. So those would be all great examples. You need it to be long, like you're going to scour your internet and all your emails and all your texts. And what you're going to do is dump it in the inbox. You're going to do a brain dump and just dump every single thing in there that you ever thought that you could write. And the more you can drop in there, the better it will be for it to understand how you write. And it will also understand who you are. It will understand what you do. So you want to dump as much of the way you speak, so I did it. I took 3 different videos and I dumped in there of me doing seminars, because I've done a lot of seminars. So I dropped in 3 of them, and then it copied it. And then I also did about 5 seminars that I wrote out, and drop that in there. Now, for me being dyslexic, that was one of the things I was going to tell you. I didn't realize how badly I was dyslexic until it took me until I was like almost 40 years old, which I know is crazy. I've always been it, but I've always been able to work around. That's why when I heard about ChatGPT, it changed my life because I can use diction now. So I could write anything. My heart's desire, everything's about writing. I can now write. I even wrote a book. I can do everything with it, as I can show you here. So what it does, it will go through the way I speak, how I speak, and remember everything. And so that's what I want you to do is take a bunch of your information that you have and dump it in there. And because I'm dyslexic, it actually works around that also. So it makes things much more clearer for me. So that's why I was mentioning that. So always put whatever, if you have any specific learning disability or whatever, put that also in there. So it'll help you with your writing style and all that. So then the next thing I dropped, so then it asked me about put your name next there. So I want them to refer to me as Juanita. And then this is all so I'm a AI chief consultant. So I want them to know that. And then it just has a whole bunch of other stuff about me, about my spas, all that kind of stuff, what I've done, because I've done so much things. Then I drop in my bio. So how many years I've been in the business, who I did, all of that. Now you're wondering, why would they need all this information? Whatever you put in, it remembers. So, and it will help you be better at when asking a question, is able to understand it better and customize it to you. And that's the key. So, for instance, let's see if we could do this. I'm going to try to do this. We're going to see. Oh, but you also remember to turn on all these things too, your references. So right now, whenever I tell ChatGPT, please remember this, it remembers it. Because you could also tell it not to remember it and it won't remember it. So it's very key to do that because I'm telling you, when you start getting into this, you'll find that you want it to remember stuff so that you don't have to repeat yourself over and over again.
So now let customize by dropping in files.
Take the plus sign, go up to where it says add photos and files, and then you're just going to pick some files that you can put in there. I'm just trying to find some. Usually at the bottom for me. So I'm just going to look for some files really quickly to put in here. Yeah, so it should be good. So I've got some videos. So then what I'm going to do is going to go get my prompt. So I'm just going to go here and I copied the prompt and I'm just going to put it into my chat and look at what it says. So this is what my prompt is going to be. So after I put in all the different information in, I'm going to now put this prompt in. And after I put this prompt in, it's just basically saying that I wanted to be my ghostwriter and I want to give it, I'm going to be giving it my bio, my videos, my blogs, and my emails. And I wanted to study it and learn about my writing styles, my tone, and my communication pattern. And once you understand my voice, then you can write like me. And then it says, do you understand? So I'm going to put that there. And I'm also going to send you this, as I said before, the post, the prompt. So now it's writing my analyzed everything. And now it's going to tell me what my style is. So now I'm going to let you listen to it. And so that I want you to do this for sure tonight is to drop in your own, just pick out 4 pieces of literature that you've written. So that could be an email, a text, whatever. You can even speak to the ChatGPT. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then you're going to also download some videos. And this is what it's going to say about me.
How are you doing? I've got you. Yes, I understand exactly what you're asking. You want me to write as your ghostwriter, fully in your voice, using your tone, rhythm, and communication style. You've shared your bio, samples of your writing, your programs, your emails, and now your book chapters. I've reviewed everything carefully, including the files you uploaded. Context. You want me to step into your voice completely, warm, confident, encouraging, executive when needed, mentor style when teaching, and write as if I am you. Why it matters. Once I'm writing in your voice, we can streamline everything: blogs, emails, landing pages, social posts, course scripts, webinars, book chapters, commercial scripts, agent training, corporate proposals. No more rewriting, no more re-explaining. Everything flows in your tone. What I've already done: I've studied your uploads and your existing writing. I understand the cadence of your sentences, your mentor-teacher warmth, the way you blend inspiration with clarity, your executive presence when speaking to leaders, your signature framing. Here's the
Okay, so you see, it now knows exactly how I sound. And now from now on, what I always will put, remember this prompt. So that every time I'm writing now, I'll say, remember my prompt that customized to me. And then remember, you're going to use that now to put into your chat. So see, it's right here. So I'm going to put that, drop that in. And then now I have it all customized so it knows exactly how it's going to talk about me whenever I write something. So you're going to just copy it and paste it in here. Now I can also ask it, I'm going to say, so make this a customized instructions. And so that I can drop this into my instructions of my chat GPT. So I'm going to do that. And now it's going to actually make it for me so that I could drop into that. And there it is. So now it's going to have it. So it's going to write exactly. So I'll put all this now into the chat. And that's how we'll do it. Perfect. Are you excited? Excited? So what we're going to do is now show you how different it is from you customizing your chat GPT from just using the basic chat GPT. You'll see the big difference, and I know you'll pay you can still do the free version and put customize it. So you can still do that. You're just not going to have it memorized stuff like it would if you were on the paid version. So let me show you. So this here, turn that on. So this is the free version right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do some diction, and I'm going to ask it just a basic question. So let's see what it says. Write a letter about me being a real estate agent. And my name is Juanita Wright. So it's just going to do a post. I'm going to say a post. So let's say a post. So it knows what a post is. They're not really a letter. Or I should say a Facebook post would even be better. Look. Post. So it's going to do a Facebook post. Spell that right. I think I spelled Facebook. Yeah, Facebook post on me. So let's see what happens. So the other fun thing about doing this, so you see what it's going to do. That's it. That's all it wrote. So we're going to now let you listen to it.
Here's a polished Facebook post you could use to introduce yourself as a real estate agent. Exciting news. Hi everyone, I'm Juanita Wright, and I'm thrilled to share that I've officially started my journey as a real estate agent. Whether you're buying your first home, selling your current one, or just curious about the market, I'm here to help every step of the way. My goal is to make your real estate experience smooth, stress-free, and even a little fun. If you or someone you know is thinking about making a move, I'd love to connect and chat about your goals. Let's turn your dream home into a reality. Feel free to message me anytime or give me a call. I'm always happy to help. Juanita Wright Real Estate, Dream Home. Real estate agent, home sweet home. Would you like me to make it sound more professional and businesslike, or more friendly and personal for your Facebook audience?
So you saw how that's all I wrote, right? So we're going to copy the exact word for word. So copy. And now I'm going to put this into my paid chat GPT that I've customized. So I'm just going to go over here. See, this is the paid version, customized. So I'm going to put the exact same word for word in there. So as you guys can see, right? Exact word for word in there. And let's see what comes up now that it knows who I am. Now look at this. Look at what it's saying. It's talking all about me. Look at that. It's writing a whole thing. So let's listen to this, how it, from just being customized, how much more it sounds like me also.
Hey there, how are you doing? Here's a warm, professional Facebook post that captures who you are as a real estate agent: confident, trusted, and client focused. Meet Juanita Wright, your realtor for life. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, and you deserve someone who treats it that way. I'm Juanita Wright, a licensed real estate professional helping families across Georgia, Florida, and Toronto find their dream homes and build lasting wealth through real estate. With over 15 years of experience, I bring strategy, integrity, and heart to every transaction. Whether it's negotiating top dollar for your sale or finding the perfect property that feels like home, my goal is simple: to make your experience seamless, informed, and successful. If you're ready to buy, sell, or invest, let's talk about your goals and create a plan that works for you. Message me anytime or visit rightteamrealtor.com to get started. Let's make your next move your best move. Would you like me to tailor this for a specific focus, such as luxury homes, new construction, or first-time buyers? I can personalize it for your target audience next.
So you see the big difference that just because I've put in all my information, now it knows me in and out. So it's able to write a really good description of me, nice and easy. It talks very warm because I'm a very warm person. So it does all that. So that's what the difference is. So aren't you excited? Wasn't that so amazing to see how that works? Now your homework is for you to go home and try this. I want to hear all about you. You guys can DM me, email me, text me, because I just want to hear just about how you were able to customize your ChatGPT. So that's your first assignment today, is to put all your information. So I'm talking about, remember, you could put in your emails that you've written to people, or your texts, or put some videos if you've done any speaking engagements, some videos, or you could just keep on talking. Like you can actually talk to, like in my case, what's his name? Tyrone. We call him Tyrone, but his real name is Spruce. So I am so excited. I am sure you loved how that was. It customized your ChatGPT. Okay, we are now at the end of module number 2. I am hoping that you enjoyed it so much like I love teaching it. Like, as I said, with personalizing your ChatGPT, it's going to take it to a whole different level. I'll just give you a story. I remember I was writing this book, and one of the things in there was saying you need it to be personalized, because if it's not personalized, it's going to sound like a robot. So I'm sitting there writing, and I just had to write stories about myself and how I actually, got into AI and things like that. And it was so great because ChatGPT understood me. So it was so much more easier to write my book because it knew all my stories. It knows everything about me. So I just want you to do the same. So make sure that you personalize your ChatGPT, because it'll take it to a whole different level. See you in module number 3.